Greetings everyone, my name is Professor Chisholm and I will be leading you through the online course for CET 2794C, Configuring Advanced Windows Services. Now, if you've taken a previous course up to this time, we were teaching 2008. We are switching now to 2012, so it shouldn't be too challenging. The server's software is very similar. There are some differences in the way they look. First off, Server 2008, the original version of 2008, actually was built to work with Windows Vista. Then they came out with Server 2008 R2 version, which aligns with Windows 7. And Server 2012 actually aligns with Windows 8. So that's their thought process. So you'll notice that it's kind of got a tile view to it, just like Windows 8. But I want you to make sure one of the first things you do is go in and take a look at once you open your course, go to the syllabus. You'll actually see the online course guide right here. Please make sure you download it and understand. The way it works for an online class is if you do not turn your labs in by Sunday, the course opens tomorrow, Monday, 8/25. You need to have your labs submitted to me for the first week by August 31st. If you do not get attendance for that week. So that's the way it works. You actually have to, the labs are an indicator to me whether or not you're getting your work done. So you've got to keep up on track on the labs. We also have, in order to do these labs, you guys are fortunate, access to Netlab through Valencia. The address is netlab.valencia.edu. Now, I find it works much better on Windows Explorer, Internet Explorer. Other people say they have no problems on any of them. If you're having issues, please let me know, but it's netlab.valenciacollege.edu. Once you're at the main logon screen, you have a username. Now, typically, it's either going to be the first part of your email, Valencia email account, or it could be your student ID number. So you need to try both of them. If you absolutely just cannot figure out what it is, I can go in and find your username. Then you go ahead and supply your password to log on. Once you're actually logged on, you'll actually be asked to start a remote access test. Do not skip this test. It won't let you go any further, so you need to start it. It takes maybe a minute and a half, maybe less. I'm going to say yes, I want it to run. And then it's passed. Once you're done with that, it's going to you're going to see your class in here. Now, mine's different because of the fact that I'm an instructor. So in my case, I have to go to Scheduler, and you're going to be able to see, so reserve equipment for your own use. Each of you are assigned your own pod. So if you notice the top of this, it says Cisco Pod 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you go straight across, they keep changing, because now we got Pod 135 for Backtrack 5. You got Linux Security. Okay, here we go. Active Directory Section 1. Those are the old ones. Do not use those ones. Then you've got a section for security, and at the very end of it, you'll be starting to see your own sections. Yours is going to say active ACT DIR underscore 2012, and then you're going to see your specific one here. So you are actually assigned one. I have assigned every single person a pod. Now I'm going to make a reservation for right now. Say OK. And I did list this going back to the course shell on this side. If you go into the content, and if you go under week 1, but I want to explain something first. There's an area for questions. This is an area for you to ask questions to your peers and everybody in the class, and I encourage you to help each other out. If a lab doesn't work correctly, or if somebody finds a fix for something, that's what this is for. I do periodically go in here and check it, so please use this as an open forum for everybody. I wrote in my email also, please do not try to message me through Blackboard. It doesn't come to my phone, so I don't automatically respond to Blackboard as frequently. So if you really need to get in touch with me for something, make sure you use that email that I gave you, which is jchisholm2@mail.valenciacollege.edu, and that comes directly to my phone, and I can respond fairly quickly to you. But if you go into week 1 through 7, this is the first part of our class, and then because I kind of break up the class in 2 segments. So the first 8 weeks, we're going to do a lot of labs. You will see, here's your reading assignments, here's your Netlab assignments. Okay, so Gustavo Milan he didn't have an account, so the reason why he has a password behind it is I had to create his account, and he actually is using pod 1137. That's your pod number, and this is a temporary password to log into Netlab right now. Okay, so if you don't have a password, it's really important for you to go out the first day and tell me if you got access to this. Okay, very important. So, and again, it specifies here's where I want you to email me. Under course resources, you will see some tutorials. This is just for VMware. If you want to set this up in VM, you can. All right, my ground class is going to have to set up all 4 servers. These are already pre-set up for you. The only thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use your DreamSpark account to activate them. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through that, or part of it, to show you how to do this. But if you want to set them up on VMware, you can. You should have a DreamSpark account and you should have a VMware account. I set those up last week. You need to go to those sites and you need to check them to see if you can get in, but you should have, I have confirmation that I have all these accounts set up for everybody. But I included 2 tutorials to help you out. So in the content area, again, go back to week 1, you will see, here's the labs. All right, you need to use virtual machines that have been pre-set up for you in Netlab. If you want to set them up yourself using VMware, you may. The setup instructions are found on the very beginning of the intro pages. You'll be responsible to provide a screenshot that you will submit in Blackboard for confirmation of completion. All work is due by Sunday. If the week starts August 25th, the labs are due by August 31st that same week. Please review and I thought I was going to do the Excel document, but this is to give you your pod assignments. And you're going to be completing exercises 1 through 13, and here are the page. What I would like you to do is submit them. Just take a screenshot and keep adding them to a Word document. I would really just like one single Word document with 13 screenshots on it. Okay, and if you can list them, exercise, 1, exercise, chapter 1, exercise 1, whatever it says on it, that would be perfect. Okay, make my life a little bit easier. It's very hard when you decide to send me 13 JPEGs. So those can easily be put onto one Word document. So the lab, I'm going to enter it in and show you what your lab environment looks like. And no, I don't want to find a degree right now. So you've got 4 servers. I also have your book up here. This is part of Course Smart. It's a fairly inexpensive book, which I was very happy about. However, if you, like I said, if you want to set these up yourself, you can. Okay. It's taking a while for it to refresh. Okay, in the table of contents, at least I think it was. Yeah, it's after the table of contents. You'll actually see instructions on how these machines were actually set up. And it would be good review to take a look at these pages, because you're going to see, here's the introduction. Okay, system requirements. All right, this is how these were actually set up. Okay, it's hardware and software. There's 4 virtual machines, and so your exercise 1 SYDDC. He did them in order. So number 1 is Sydney. Okay? And if you go to the bottom of this page, you're going to see exactly how it was set up. So if you want to go ahead and set these up using VMware, you may. All right, so right here it is. Here's the password to get onto it. $W0RD. So we can start server 1 and say run. Oh, he has this one as Contoso. Oh, it is Contoso. Okay, so this is PA $0 W0RD. All right, your password will have expired, which is fine. You are able at this point in time to go ahead and set up a new password, but please, I caution you, make sure you write it down. All right, I can't reset these if you've forgotten your password. It's not the same password. So this is actually setting up right now, so you're actually going to see that this is 2012 data server, which is fine. Doesn't matter what they are, but this is called the dashboard. You automatically get signed up with this dashboard right now. All right, so these are, just so you know, this is how they're all set up. You've got one for Sydney. So you've got extra 2. Here's another one, ADLDC. So all 4 of these servers are actually created for you. Now the one thing you have to do is you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to make sure they get yeah, see, SYDDC. So this is Sydney. All right, so you're going to have to make sure that you go in, and if they're not done right now, you have to go ahead and use your, I'm looking for something right now, so excuse me. Computer management. No. Programs and features. Let's make my life a little bit easier. You're going to have to go to DreamSpark, and you're going to have to go ahead and make sure you use your keys to activate them. Okay, so if they stop working, they should work without it. That's the thing. If you end up having any problems, you should go to the keys. So you're actually going to see that here is everything that you need. If you go to the book, then, like I said, chapter 1 is farther down. So we are going to start with chapter 1. And these are kind of advanced services. They're not going to be like, oh, go ahead and create some users and groups. You might have some. These are actually exercises that are designed to kind of show you a different part of Windows Server. So at the end of it, you got practice exercises, and these are the ones that I'm talking about that I want you to do. So this is a practice. Prepare a domain controller to host a child domain. So power on. So what I would suggest you do is since it says server 1, 2, 3, 4 in Netlab, I would go and make sure you have a little diagram that says server 1 is SYDDC. So you know, okay, anytime they say SYDDC, it means server 1 in the Netlab configuration. But you just basically at this point read the chapter, and you're going to log on as these people, and you're going to go ahead and complete this lab. And once you're done with this lab, you are going to take a screenshot of it. It's going to walk you right through everything you need to do. Once you're done, you're going to show me that you did this, and I can see that you either the same screenshot like this for adding a role, or when it's finished saying Active Directory, there's one before you actually do it, and then I want a screenshot first saying exercise 1, chapter 1, exercise 1. So that's what I want. I don't care about that either. All right, so you'll see at the end of each of these chapters is what you're going to be working on. Now, I will have to tell you this is a brand new book, so I have worked through chapters 1 and 2, 3, 4 so far, and they have worked. All right, so I've also been working with this product for many years now, so I have a tendency of maybe just doing things my way and just, oh, they want me to do this, and I end up doing it. What I will do periodically is I will write you know, a video or something that I feel like if people are having problems with same, and I get a lot of people saying, I can't figure out how to do this, you're going to see me probably create a video for you. Right, so pay attention to the videos that I include and pay attention to the content that I put into the Blackboard. Once you have any questions at all, it's very important for you to get to me as quickly as possible so I can address these issues with you. So again, very easily, you can go ahead and set this up. You can do these labs. I mean, you have everything right here. Okay, everything right there. So we're going to be using the Netlab environment for, well, the 2012 servers for the first 8 weeks. The second 8 weeks, I have something different planned. It's a project that I've used, and it's kind of going to build off of all the stuff that you remember about Active Directory and building a domain. You're going to actually build your own domain. So, and again, I've done that project many times, and I will walk you through it. So the first 8 weeks, concentrate on getting these labs done, paying attention to what the content is, and going through everything that's listed in Blackboard, and give me a heads up if you need help. All right, you'll get another video soon, so take care.